Hello friends, welcome back to automationtestinginsider.com. This is Selenium WebDriver Part 72 and this is the third video on Git and GitHub. So today we are going to talk about branching, merging, and we'll discuss like what is conflict and how to resolve conflict. Uh, and if you have missed my previous two videos on Git and GitHub like Part 70 and Part 71, then I would recommend first watch those two videos and then come back to this video because this is little advanced level, so that if you've gone through those two videos, then it would be very easy for you to understand this video. So let's get started. So this is the agenda for today. So we'll talk about branching, like how to create different branches, and later we'll talk about merging, how to merge those branches, how to create a pull request. I'll show you that, and at last we'll talk about conflict and how conflict arises and how to resolve the conflict. And let's create an example which already we have gone through in the first video on Git and GitHub. So let me recreate that example. I'll extend little bit little further in that example. Okay, so let me draw some diagram over here. So let's say we are working in a project. Okay, so let's say we have 40 members. So this is 40 members over here. Let me give some names. Let's say QA engineer 1, QA engineer 2, this guy is QA engineer 3, and we have QA engineer 4. And top of all these guys we have one team lead over here, and I'll give name like TL. Okay, all these guys are reporting to this team lead. Okay, and as we have already discussed earlier, so these guys already all the QA team members have local repositories in their respective system. So Git is already installed in their system. So let's say Git is already installed, and this QA1 has its own local repository. Okay, now whenever we work for any company, then already framework will already be there. Okay, framework will be there. We need to just use the existing framework to work on any project. Okay, so let's say this team lead has access to the framework is already created. The architecture of the framework is already created. We need to just work on that framework on different functionalities. Okay, particular for particular project. So let's say this team lead has assigned some task to this guy. Let's say he's working on login page, this guy will work on home page, this is let's say registration page, and this is let's say payment page. Okay, and yeah, this guy has access to framework, and here we have GitHub account, GitHub admin account, and let's say our URL is like project1.github.com, and we have central repository over here. So what would be the process? The first thing is he will push the framework to central repository initially, so that all the other team members can use this framework. Okay, so this is push request, commit and push. So initially he will push the changes to, spelling mistake over here, push. Okay, so initially he pushed the code to framework center repository. Okay, now what the other guys will do, they will simply pull the request, they will do pull request. Okay, so that they will access the center repository on the framework. Okay, so they will do pull request over here, pull request. Okay, and we have local repository. All these guys have local repository. Now they have access to the framework. All the team members QA1, QA2, QA3 and QA4 have access to the framework. Now they'll start working on the framework. But let's say this guy is working on login page, so he'll not directly merge with this central repository. Okay, so let's see, let's say we have a master branch over here. We have one branch called master branch. Okay, branch is nothing but we can say the location, or uh, in a tree we have different branches, right? In the same way we have this master branch. So this is the main branch we have. And so let's say this guy is working on login page, and he will not directly push the code to this master branch. Okay, because the code which he has written has to be reviewed by someone. Okay, so team lead will first review the code whatever he will write. Similarly for this guy, the second QA, similarly for other guys as well. Okay, so whenever they will write the code, first they will get it reviewed from team lead. Okay, so what this guy has done earlier, he created one more branch here, this master branch, and here let's say we have test branch. Okay, so what these guys will do, they will just push the code to this branch only, this test branch initially, not the master branch. Okay, so they will push the code to test branch initially, and based on his reviews they will rework. Okay, if it is everything is fine, then this guy will merge the code into master branch. So this will be advanced level, I mean at top of, I mean everything is working over here in master branch, and this is just test branch. So this is how it goes. It I mean generally this is how it happens in real time projects. Okay, so similarly for other guys also, whenever they will do some work on their respective task, then they will first push the code to test branch, and later on based on review they will merge to master branch. So let's do the same scenario in Eclipse. Okay, so first of all what I'll do, I'll create a new project. I'll create Maven project only. So last two times we have created GitHub demo and GitHub demo 1. So this time I'll create, let's say, GitHub demo 2. Click on finish. So the project is already created here, and what I'll do, simply I'll create one package over here, com.pages. Click finish, and inside test let's create one more package, com.testcases. This is just for example purpose, guys. I'm not creating anything over here. So this, let's say this is the framework is ready. So what was the first step? This is the framework is ready, and he will push the changes to master branch in the central repository. Okay, so let's push the code. So this is the first time, right? So what he will do, this the team lead also will create local repository. So how to create the local repository? So let me get access to local repository. How to do that? So if you enter this, I mean click on this quick access, so here we can see we can write git repositories. Okay, so just click on this git repository. So here you will see this view. Okay, so all the repositories over here. So these are the repositories already I have in my system. So what I'll do, I'll create a new repository. So here I have an option called create a new repository. So just click on that, and this is the path. You can change the path as well. So let me give one folder name over here, GitHub demo 2, and I'll create a new repository over here. Now I have created a repository over here, and I have this master branch. Here you can see but code has not been pushed to this local repository also. Okay, so just I have created one branch over here. So if you access that, C drive users Tendra and git. So this is my, not this one, GitHub demo. So here you can see .git file has created. Okay, git file has been created over here. And yeah, now let me push the changes to, push the code to local repository first. So how to do that? Right click, team, and share project. Now here you will see all the local repositories. So where is my local repository? GitHub demo 2. This is, I'll select this and simply I'll click on finish. Now you can see the changes. We can see this in working tree, this folder has been created, my project has been pushed to this local repository. Now I want this to be pushed to my center repository. Okay, so how to do that? First of all, we need to create GitHub repository. Okay, center repository. So simply I'll sign in my GitHub account, enter username and password, and just log in into your GitHub account. And what I'll do, I'll create a new repository over here. So just simply click new and GitHub demo 2. So this is the repository name I have given. Okay, and simply click on create repository. So repository has been created. This is the URL of my repository. And what I'll do now, I'll push the changes to this, team lead will push the changes to center repository on GitHub account. Okay, so how we can do? Right click and we have team, we have commit, and these are all the changes. So we'll move them to staging area. So just these are the stage changes, and simply I'll give some comment over here. First commit, and you can do commit and push, first commit and then later on you can do push, but now this is the first time, so I'll do commit and push. So just do that, and now this will open. We need the center repository URL. Okay, destination git repository we want. So how to do that? So you need to just copy this URL, put it over here. So automatically it will get the host and repository path, and simply we have to provide our username and password for this guy, this team lead guy. Okay, so the admin who is pushing the code to GitHub repository. So this is my now click next, and it is going to master branch, so that is fine. Yeah, this is done. Now click on finish. Again we have to enter username and password, and then click on login. Yeah, now it is moved to master branch. Okay, so our code has been moved to master branch, so we can refresh our project on GitHub. So here you can see the project has been created, pushed to master branch. Here you can see first commit. Okay, so all the files have been moved to center repository. Now what is the next task? So let's give access. How to give access? Okay, this center repository, and all these guys will take the clone of my repository. Okay, this the center repository. So but before that I need to give access to these guys. So how to give access? So this is just navigate to your repository, and here we have settings. So just click on settings and manage access. So from here you will give access. So I have another account, guys, which I have already logged in GitHub in what you can say, in Firefox browser. So this is my account, another account, hverma 2212 so this is another account. So from this account, admin account, I'll give access to the other account. Okay, so from here we can invite a collaborator. So simply I'll type h-verma2212. So here this is the second user, so simply I'll add h-verma2 for this repository. I'm inviting. Okay, so that the another guy, this guy can commit to this repository. Okay, so I have given the access. So here you can see pending invitation is there. So the registered email ID, on registered email ID I should receive an email. So let me have a look. Yeah, so here you can see one email we have received, and simply we have to view the invitation and accept the invitation from our Git repository. So simply I'll accept this invitation. So this is my another account, guys, another account. Okay, we have this h-verma221285, and whereas this one I have ID h-verma22. Okay, so this is the admin who has created this GitHub demo 2. Now what we'll do, till now it is done, and yeah, so everything is done. Now what this admin guy will do, he'll create one more branch over here. So how to create the branch now? Okay, so this is my Git repositories view. So from here we have this branches option, right? So just right click on this and we have switched to, here we can create new branch. So just create a new branch and I'll give name test branch. Click on finish. So I have created two branches now. If you see this local, now this test branch has been selected. Okay, here you can also see, but if you refresh the GitHub account, GitHub repository, we do not see the branch, the next branch. Okay, so we have only one branch over here. So what is the next step? I need to push this branch to push branch. We have a command, okay, push branch option. So simply I have to push this branch to master branch, I mean the main center repository. Okay, so simply what we will do, right click and push branch. So this is the test branch which we are going to push, and click on preview, and I'll give that the first user h-verma22, and I'll simply type the password over here and click on login. So this test branch will be pushed to my center repository. Again we have to give one more time. If you don't give the password every time, so you can simply select this one, but let it be uncheck this one, let it be like this only. Okay, so just click on login. Now if you refresh your project on GitHub, you can see this is the master branch and we have test branch as well. Now we have two branches. So if you select this test branch, you can see this project has been added over here, and we have seen in the master branch as well. Now what is the next step? Now let's say this guy has worked on this login page. So what I'll do we have anything over here? We haven't created any page over here. So let's assume, since I do not have the second system, so I'll assume that this is my second system. Okay, while pushing the code I'll use the another account, this h-verma2212. okay, so let's assume that this is my tester account. Okay, as per this image, let's say this guy is working now, qa1. So for now the team lead task has been done. Okay, now this will work. So let's create one page over here, login page, and simply click on finish, and simply let's create one method over here, public void test case 1, or simply login function, a method I have created over here, and simply let's print something over here. This is login method. Okay, simple code I have written here, and you can see here the question mark comes. So whenever question mark comes, that means this is the new file. Okay, and that means this greater than means this is not pushed to GitHub repository. Now what this guy will do, this is currently pointing to test branch. Okay, so first he'll work on this login page and he will push the changes to test branch. Okay, so let me push the changes to test branch. So simply right click over here, team, we have commit, and we need to just select this file. Now simply I'll type worked on, or simply like qa1 worked on login page and commit to test branch. qa1 worked on login page and commit to test branch. So this is the message I'm giving, and simply click on commit and push. And this time I'll give the other account credentials, because currently we are working for this guy. Okay, so I'll give the other account user ID and password for the same. Click on login, and here you can see this is pushed to test branch. Okay, so close. Now if you refresh your GitHub account, so we do not see any changes over master branch. Okay, so this master branch is created, selected. You can see the first commit only, so we don't have any src folder over here, right? Now if you select test branch over here, now here you can see src main java com.pages. Here you can see qa1 worked on login page, commit to test branch. So that changes, we can see this login page has been added over here. Okay, in the test branch, here you can see test branch is displayed. Okay, now what this guy will do, he will request the team lead to review his code. So how to create the pull request? Earlier we have seen in the agenda, like how to create the pull request PR. So now this guy will request the PR, so just from his account, right? So what we'll do, this is his account, and second from here it will, yeah, we do not have any pull request. So simply here you can see two options, compare and pull request or new pull request. So we just refresh this. Yeah, this is the repository. Okay, and what he'll do, either he can click on this new pull request, or we have compare and pull request. So just click on that one, and here you will see this is master branch and test branch. We are comparing test branch with master branch. Okay, so here he'll write the message, hi, please review the changes. Okay, and thanks, he'll write qa1. Okay, so this is the message I have given over here, and simply will click on create pull request. So just click on that. So qa1 has created pull request. Now this will go to the other account. So this is my another account, so let's go over here, and here you can see pull request 1 we received, the admin, the TL. Okay, so this TL will receive one pull request. So this is the pull request, simply click on that, and here you can see the message, hi, please review the changes, thanks. And suppose, let's say if how will he will review, so he will just go to this GitHub demo 2 repository, and he will see the changes on test branch. Okay, so he'll select the test branch and he'll see the changes from here. He'll see the changes. Yeah, these are the changes. So if he feels that these changes is fine, then what he will do, he'll go to this pull request and just select this one. We have one pull request, and simply what he'll do, he'll say that hi, qa1, everything is fine, everything is fine. Okay, if anything he wants to suggest, he can do that. But let's say in this scenario, like everything is fine. Okay, please go ahead and push the changes to master branch, or merge the code. Okay, master branch. Now he'll say thanks and is TL. Okay, so yeah, so simply what we'll do, we'll comment, simply he'll select the comment. Okay, so just comment it. Now the other guy will receive, or just refresh. Okay, and here he'll see one pull request. Now here you can see the comment, hi QA1, everything is fine, please go ahead and push the changes to master branch. So what this guy will do now, he will simply merge pull request. Okay, here he can leave the comment like merging to master branch. Okay, and he'll simply merge pull requests. You can comment like this, and what he'll do, he'll merge pull request because everything is fine, reviewed by team lead. Now this guy will merge pull request. So let me just click merge pull, and again it will ask confirm merge. So just do confirm merge. Now we'll refresh. Let me refresh from our main account, from TL account. Okay, so just go to the repository, and if you see this master, and here you can see the same changes over here. The comment QA1 worked on login page, commit to test branch. This was earlier we have done, right? So the same comment will be given over here. And if you see the changes inside master branch, the login page has been added. So this is how we can do branching and merging the branches. Okay, this is how we'll create the new branch, and this is how we'll merge the branch from another branch to master branch. And I have shown you also how to create the pull request. Now what is the next one is conflict and conflict resolution, how to resolve the conflict. So let's say, yeah, let me close this one. Let's create a scenario. What I'll do now, forget about TL and QA engineer. From my main account, what I'll do, I'll create one file over here in the project path, in this repository, center repository. From here, let's assume that someone else making the changes over here. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll create new file on master branch. Okay, but before that, let me switch to master branch. From here we'll switch to master branch, but master branch is not moved. So what I'll do, initially I'll do, because we don't see login page over here, what we have done earlier, because here you can see in the master branch we have this okay, commit to test branch, this login page.java. So what I'll do first pull request, so that everything will be in sync with master branch. So here you can see the code has been pulled, and close this. Now here you can see this login page. Okay, so now everything is sync between Eclipse and the master branch in GitHub. Now what I'll do, yeah, this is moved to master branch also. Yeah, let's consider another person is checking something over here. Okay, let's create one file from GitHub only. So I'll create a new file over here. So I'll give name, let's say my let's say github.txt. I am creating one file and simply commit new file. Okay, so this is master branch, and in master branch, in the project hierarchy, I have created one file called github.txt. So just assume that this has been done by someone else, some other user. Okay, and we are not aware of those things. Okay, and simply because it looks sync with my master branch. Now this guy, what he will do, he'll make some changes in this login page. So let's create one comment over here. This is new comment added. Okay, so this is what this guy has done. Okay, without pulling the master branch, because we don't sync right now with master branch. We don't have file over here, you can see in this project hierarchy, but in the GitHub repository already we have created one text file, that is github.txt. So without pulling the request, what he has done is he created new changes to his code. Okay, so what he'll do now, he'll try to push the code to master branch. So we have team and commit this login page. Okay, now I'll write simply, let's say Eclipse changes. Just for our reference, I'm writing like this: Eclipse changes, and commit and push. Let's see what happens, and I'll give my credential. Here you can see this has been rejected non fast forward. So what does that mean? What is that? What is the meaning of this one? That your pushing request has been rejected. Why? Because this is not sync with our central repository. So simply what we'll do, we'll close it, and but this will be moved to your local repository. That is fine. So how to resolve this situation? So this is the first. Here you can see this mark is coming, right? Something like one and something, the arrow mark. So that means that it is not synced with master branch. So how to resolve that issue? First we need to do team and pull the request from master branch. So just pull request. What it will show, this is the master branch right now, because it has github.txt which was committed by GitHub. Okay, so now simply we'll do close. Now this is sync with, here you can see github.txt has been added. Now this is sync with master branch. Okay, here also we have github.txt. Now we'll do our push our changes. Team dot simply we'll do push to upstream, and it will push to master branch. Now click on login. Everything should be done, I guess. Yeah, so Eclipse changes is coming over here, you can see, and yeah, this is the earlier which we have. Okay, merge branch master, and this Eclipse changes. So click on close. Now if you refresh the central repository, here you can see the Eclipse changes which I have added the comment. Here you can see this is new comment added. So this is one kind of conflict which is happens. Okay, and now let's talk about another kind of conflict. Okay, so what, let's say what we'll do, I'll create one more file here. One second. In the GitHub account, GitHub repository, center repository, I'll create one more file. Let's say new test.txt. This is the file I'm creating, and this is created by, I'll give comment like GitHub. Okay, this is created by GitHub. I'm giving comment over here. I'm creating one file called new test.txt, and I'll do commit new file. That new file has been committed to master branch, and here you can see new test.txt. Let's assume that this has been done by some other user, because since I do not have another system, so I'm directly committing from GitHub account. So here we have created new test.txt. Now from here what I'll do, I'll create the same kind of file in this project hierarchy. Okay, so simply right click on project, new, and we have file, and here I'll give the same file name, new test.txt. Click on finish. Okay, so this file has been added. Now without pulling the request, without pull request, I have just, before that I have just added this github sorry, new test.txt. Now what I'll do, I'll try to push the changes to master branch. Okay, so simply what I'll do, uh, one second, we'll add something over here. This is from Eclipse, just for our reference purpose. Okay, Eclipse. Now right click and team, and we have commit. So this is the file which we have just added, new test.txt, in staging area. Now here what I'll do, I'll add Eclipse changes and added new txt file, new text file. Okay, simply what I'm doing, without pulling the request, I'm simply pushing the changes. Okay, so just do commit and push. Simply I'll enter my username and password over here, click on login, and here you can see this is again rejected, because without pulling the request, because this is not sync with central repository, so that's why it is given an error, rejected non fast forward. So what I'll do, I'll simply close this. And now how to resolve this? Okay, so this is another, because we have both guys from here and here we have created the same file. And what I'll do now, I'll right click and team, and I'll pull the request first. Okay, so just click pull request. So let's see what happens, because we have same file, new test over here and new test over here. Yeah, so let's do that, team, and pull the request first. Now here you can see, yeah, this is the file created from committed by GitHub. So just click on close this one. Now here you can see in red color, because both person are doing the same thing. Okay, this guy earlier created a new test.txt, and earlier before that only we have created one new test.txt in master branch in GitHub account. Okay, in GitHub central repository. Now let me just open this new test.txt. So here you can see, guys, this is the Eclipse changes over here, because we have same file name, right, new test.txt, and this file has already been created in GitHub repository. Okay, central repository. So this is the changes from GitHub. Okay, so what we'll do, simply we pull the request from already from master branch. Okay, and because since we have same file though, so we can see both the contents over here. So simply what I'll do, right click, and we have team, and simply do commit. So these are the changes, and here you can see merge branch master, okay, of GitHub. So simply because of the conflicts, it will keep both the things. Okay, you want to do whatever you want to do from here, you can keep your comments, your changes, or whatever is correct. Okay, so let me just do that, commit and push. Simply you'll write username and password and click on login. Now here you can see both the changes will be added in the master branch. Okay, new test.txt has been added. Now if you see in the GitHub repository, Eclipse changes has been added. Okay, and this is this one is there, merge branch master of this one. So if you open that file, you can see both the changes over here. So this is how you can resolve the conflicts. And yeah, this is branching, merging and conflicts. Okay, now let's discuss one more topic. Whenever you open the repository, you have one option over here, click clone or download. So here you can see use SSH. So what is this SSH? Okay, so here I have written about SSH. So SSH is nothing but the secure shell. Okay, secure shell. This is the full form of SSH. And an SSH key is alternate way to identify yourself that doesn't require you to enter username and password every time. Okay, so it will ask every time username and password whenever we do commit. Okay, whenever we push the changes to the master branch to the remote repository, so it is asking every time username and password. So what it does is SSH keys comes in pairs. Public key, we need to configure SSH keys. So it comes in pair. Public key that gets shared with services like GitHub, and a private key that will be stored in your computer. So if both are matches, the public key and this key, public key will be shared in GitHub repository. So if both are matches, then it will grant you access to the system. Okay, so this is how it works. So this is just an introduction about the SSH key, how we are going to use. So probably going forward I'll explain more about this one. So this is just an introduction, guys. Is not that important. Okay, so we'll discuss later on that one. So I think I'm done for today. So we have discussed, let me just recap what we have discussed. So we have discussed about branching, merging, and at last we talked about conflict and conflict resolution. So thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day. And in the next video, let me take you to the next slide. So in the next video we are going to talk about Selenium integration with Jenkins. So thank you for watching. Have a nice day. And if you are new to my channel, then please subscribe it. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.